In The Matrix, the battle between Neo and Agent Smith is one of the most iconic rivalries in cinematic history. But beyond the incredible fight scenes, this conflict isn't just about two characters. It's about two opposing forces that exist within all of us. It's a war between control and freedom, determinism and choice, programming and self-realization. The question is, which side is winning in you?
You're empty. So are you.
To understand this dynamic, we have to start with Agent Smith. Smith isn't just an antagonist, he's a manifestation of the system itself. He represents the rigid, mechanical forces of control, the scripts we are expected to follow, and the rules that we never question. Just like the Matrix itself, he is a program designed to enforce structure, maintain order, and eliminate anomalies. That's why he despises humanity so much. He sees us as viruses, unpredictable, emotional, and flawed. While he is a product of a world that values efficiency over freedom. But the irony? He himself becomes a virus. A program that no longer wants to be part of the system that created him. So what does Smith represent in our reality? He is the pre-programmed nature of the human experience. The routines, the societal norms, and deeply embedded conditioning that shapes us before we even have a chance to think for ourselves. Think about it. How much of what you do, what you believe, and how you see the world is truly your own choice? How much of it is simply what you were programmed to accept as reality? Then, on the other side, we have Neo. Neo's journey is one of breaking free from control and realizing his own power. He starts out trapped, just another cog in the machine, until he is given a choice. Continue believing in the illusion, or wake up to a higher truth. Neo represents the part of us that questions, that resists, that refuses to be limited by the scripts we've been given. Unlike Smith, who is bound by purpose, Neo embraces the unknown. He chooses his own path, even when it's uncertain, even when it terrifies him. This is why their final battle is so significant. Smith believes in inevitability, that everything has an outcome that has already been determined. But Neo, he realizes that true power comes from breaking free of that belief. And the moment Neo stops fighting in the traditional sense, when he is no longer resistant, no longer sees Smith as something to be defeated, he transcends the battle entirely. He becomes something more than just another opponent in the system. And this brings us to the deepest layer of this conflict, the duality of Neo and Smith, and what this means for us. Because here's the thing, Smith and Neo are two halves of the same whole. They're not just enemies, they are reflections of one another. Smith is the program, the part of us that runs on autopilot, the part that conforms, that follows expectations without questioning, the part that reacts instead of choosing. Neo is the anomaly, the part that wakes up, that sees beyond the illusion, that refuses to be told what is possible. Their battle is the battle that is within every single one of us. Every day we face moments we can either follow the script that has been written for us, or we can write our own story. So the real question is, which part of you is winning? The Neo or the Smith? The Neo versus Smith conflict isn't just meant to be an epic fight sequence. It's a philosophical mirror. It forces us to ask, are we simply running a program, living out a life that we didn't consciously choose? Or are we waking up and becoming the architect of our own reality? Neo's story shows us that freedom isn't given, it's realised. It's something we have to fight for, not against an external system, but against the limitations within ourselves. So the next time you watch The Matrix, don't just see it as an action movie, see it as a challenge, a call to wake up. Because in the end, you're either becoming Neo, or you're letting Smith win. If this breakdown resonated with you, let's keep the conversation going. Drop a comment below. Do you think we are more pre-programmed than we realise? And if you enjoyed it, subscribe, because this is the first in a 5-part series where we're going to take a deep dive into the Matrix trilogy. I hope to see you there. Until then, as always, I'll see you around. With love, from Samwell.